Hello everyone, this is Singy from the Sanctum of the Soul, and today has been a long day, but I just received this and I thought I would just do a review of it because I've been waiting for it for a while. Um, so yeah, this is a Yogic Path Oracle deck by Sahara Rose. What a lovely name. And illustrations are by Danielle Noel, and you will recognize that name from the Work Your Light Oracle and the Moonchild Oracle. Um, so obviously, we are all familiar with her art, her particular brand of I guess mosaic art, or collage, I guess. So yeah, this is exciting. And in my excitement, I have forgotten to remove the shrink wrap. Oh god, okay. Let me just. I apologize. I usually do a short unboxing video beforehand, but I have forgotten because, like I said, it's been a really long day. Um, so please bear with me. Oh, goodness me. Okay. So I've had this deck on pre-order since pretty much when it was first announced, which was quite a few months, I guess. So it is. This is the collectible set. It's not the. I'm pretty sure they'll come up with one that's not the collectible set, unless every set from now on is going to be a collectible set. I don't know. But it is beautiful. You can see the gild. Well, that's not quite gilding, is it? The metallic print on it. The colors are very pastel and beautiful. Right, so this is the Keepsake box. Includes a 54 card oracle deck with gilded edges and a full color guidebook. So you get the guidebook, the Keepsake box. There's an individual card box in there and the cards. So this reminds me of the Mystical Shaman Oracle, where you get a huge ass box and a smaller box inside. Uh, yeah, that's so steeped in the wisdom of the Vedas. This ancient yet visionary deck is a tool to access your yogic intuition. Illuminated by ethereal artwork, the cards provide insight into the present and guidance of the future, connecting you to your inner wisdom and unlocking a deeper understanding of self. Um, I wouldn't necessarily call this an ancient deck. The art is pretty modern. Um, but yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay. So this seems, let's be honest, this is disappointing. For something that looks this beautiful, I would have hoped that it would be something a bit more durable than this, like printed directly on the box itself, for example. So that is the first disappointment. Hopefully, it's the only disappointment. Um, so the back of the box is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that mandala. Oh man. Oh man, that is gorgeous. Right, so the keepsake box came with a bit of damage. Actually, I don't think that's damage. I think that's just bad gluing. Um, is the glue supposed to be like that? This one has some like air bubble in there, so that's just laziness in production. Um, yeah, second disappointment, I guess. So that's the front of the box, basically the same thing. Okay, let's just open this. It's magnetic. Box is magnetic. And may these cards bridge you to your highest self. You've got a beautiful guidebook here. Okay, let's set that. Alright, let's just take that out. So this is exactly the same design as the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So I was a bit confused. I thought this was going to be by Hay House. You can see this in there. But this thing is flimsy, so take note. Box itself is pretty sturdy, but that the bracket inside is not. So yeah, disappointment number 3. Here we go. So definitely losing out to Hay House on that front. Although I must add that Hay House did use something similar to this as well. But at least they didn't call it a collectible set, so the expectations weren't really that high. But yeah, let's look at the guidebook. I'm loving the colors so far. Definitely Danielle Noel definitely does not disappoint in her artwork. And you can see that this is a lot tamer than her usual artwork. More symbolic, I guess. You can see even in here, it's quite different. You get a lot more zen, I guess, compared to her Moonchild, Starchild, Work Your Light Oracle. So they are a lot more zen. Right. So the guidebook is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this is like 10 out of 10 for me. The pages are nice quality. It's not glossy, but it's thick, and the full colored images really sell it to me. Not sure if these are yeah, I think these are 4 elements. We'll have to read more about them. Let's see if they mention anything in front. Doesn't seem so. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it says anything before a switch in color. That's interesting. Oh right, so it's spirituality, and then there's Ayurveda, which is the traditional I guess it's the traditional healing modality from India, and then there's chakras, and there's yoga, and of course that's asana, the position of a yoga, a yoga position. Right. Oh, right. Sorry, I got so excited. So for every card, you've got the name of the card. You've got the oh, and you've got deities. Oh, yeah, missed that one out. So, you've got the name of the card. You've got the title of whatever the card has mentioned. You've got the upright and the reverse meanings. So quite straightforward and all you need, really. And you will be needing, I predict that I will be needing the guidebook, because I'm not very familiar with yoga symbolism, I guess. So this smaller box, same thing here. This is also a very, yeah, it's a very beautiful box. It's very sturdy. Oh, that is gorgeous. And yeah, oh wow. Very sturdy box. And the cards, here we go. No shrink wrap, thank goodness. Okay. So, when they said that the cards were going to be gilded, I expected the gilding to be on the side, not on the backs of the cards. But that works. That works. But I was looking forward to a gilded, uh, a deck with gilded sides, since they said that. No, I didn't. I didn't read that wrong. It says that it's going to be a 54 card Oracle deck with gilded edges, and these do not have gilded edges. So that is disappointment number 4. Yeah. So I will be looking it up to see if everyone has received the deck without the gilded edges, because that is a bit of like, don't market something if you don't intend to follow up with it. Let me just look it up right now. Yogic Path Oracle gilded edges. Alright, let's not waste time. Yeah, let's not waste time here. I will, of course, be looking into it and perhaps be writing to the company, just to give them a piece of my mind, because I honestly do not like false marketing. But anyway, let's not let that take us away from appreciating the deck, because this is a gorgeous deck, absolutely gorgeous, right? First off, let me take out some of the, because the card stock reminds me of Hay House's recent matte cardstocks, so I want to see how they match up. So let's just take, yeah. So this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and you can see how similar they are. So cardstock wise, not exactly the same. You can see the Colette one is slightly more rectangularish. Is that a word? But in terms of thickness, they are, yeah, they're pretty much the same. Which is great, because I was so impressed by Hay House's cardstock, so to be able to match up against that is great. Especially when I'm not quite sure who published this. It's by an Alpha. Yeah, Alpha. Right, let's get to the cards. Ahimsa. So beautiful. Anahata. So that's, of course, the heart chakra. So it's going to be arranged by alphabets, even though in the guidebook it's arranged by suits. Ajna, which is the third eye chakra. It's not a camera thing, this does look purple, so it's slightly different from the traditional indigo Ajna. And they've got Asana, which is the yoga position. And Atman, I think that's soul, I guess? Yeah. Or was it soul friend? I think it's soul. I love that there's a man for once in some of these decks. We all know by now that Danielle Noel seldom includes males in her art, so that's a pleasant surprise. And then there's Rakti. Not sure what that is, but it is beautiful. I think that's a moon. No, it's not the moon. It's like a hole or a mirror or something like that. Bhuvansh, Bhuvaneshwari. That's a goddess, I believe. Look at the art here is slightly more photographic than usual for Miss Noel's artwork, so you can see how it stands out and it somehow does work. Not usually a fan of photographic art, but I guess she wanted to be more respectful of the portrayals. So what's more respectful than just photographing existing artwork, traditional artwork? So I guess that's the ancient part of the ancient deck. And that's Brahma, Buddha, that's Buddhi, which is a follower, I think. And that's Shinamasta. Dharana. See, I am going to be needing the guidebook so badly. I don't know what half of this means. Dharma. Yeah, I know what that means. And that's Dhumavati. Dhyana. Durga, one of my favorite goddesses. Ganesha, one of the most popular gods, deities of the Hindu pantheon. And that's Hanuman, also very famous. Kali, the goddess destroyer, well, the destroyer goddess. One of the 9 aspects of Shakti, I believe. Yeah, really like her. Kappa, Karma. Not a fan of not a fan of the copy and paste, but there could be something like karma treats everyone equally or something. And Krishna. So beautiful. Kriya. Kundalini. Lakshmi, another popular goddess of abundance. And that's Lalita Tripuna Bundari. Sundari. Ugh, I have no idea what this is. Lalita Tripura Sundari. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Probably a goddess? Or is it a triple? I don't know. This has piqued my interest. Let me just look it up. I'm going to assume it's in the deities section. Yeah, maybe there's a contents page I can use. Yep, 115. Goddess of erotic spirituality. Okay. And that's the Manipura, which is the sacral chakra, I think. Or is it the solar plexus? No, that's the solar plexus. Muladhara is, of course, the root chakra. beautiful red color. And that's Niyamas. This is so relaxing. I love spaces like that. Perhaps with more plants, but you know. Ojas. Not sure what this is, but this looks like heaven. And there's Parvati. Parvati. Also one of the goddesses. And that's Pita. And that's Prana, which is like the Reiki of India. Sorry if some of it's coming from a place of ignorance, because let me just put out this disclaimer again that I am not the most educated in Hindu or Indian traditions, so forgive me if I say anything wrong. Pranayama. I was expecting a lot more mandalas to be on the deck, but you know, given how many mandalas there are on the box itself, that's Pratyahara. Bada. Oh, I see this one a lot. I'm not sure. Bada. I've got a name to it. And that's Rajas. Sahasrara, so that's the crown chakra. Samadhi, I think that means reflection. I'm not quite sure. And that's Santosha. Not sure why that's a diamond, if that's a diamond. Saraswati, another one of the goddesses. Sattva, no idea what this is. Satya, is this one of those yoga poses? Oh, something's rough here. Oh, right. So you can see some of the gold is flaking off already. So I'm not sure how long it's going to last. With repeated shuffling. The Shiva. Sita. Svadhyaya. Not sure what this is. But it looks like the cosmos or the solar system. And then there's Svadhisthana, which is the sacral chakra. And there's Tamas. No idea what that is, but I love how she managed to achieve a kind of informal balance with those petals. Tantra. It's not as sexual or, you know, sexually passionate as I imagined. Tapas. Not the food. I would assume. Wonder what this card means. I will have to read up. It's so interesting. That's Tejas. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure it's Tejas. There's Vata. Visuddha, the throat chakra. This is a beautiful Visuddha. Oh, beautiful. Just imagine how much more beautiful it could be if this was glossy and it stood out even more. Yeah, I know. Yamas. Right. So I love that to be true to an basically Indian deck. We are being ethnically true to the culture. As expected of Danielle Noel. Why do I keep saying more? Daniel Danielle Noel. Um, there are a grand total of two men used in her artwork and a few gods, but that's it. So, as usual, not the most balanced in terms of masculine and feminine. In fact, if you look at the card design, it is mostly a feminine energy. Um, and I feel like this isn't. I don't know. Like it's not great if you're trying to encourage spirituality in men. It's also not very respectful to all the yogis who are men. Um, I feel like you're taking away the essence of yoga by ascribing such feminine qualities to it. Of course, I'm not an expert or even a very informed person when it comes to yoga, but I don't agree with over feminizing. Um, yeah, basically, you know what I mean. So, while I thoroughly enjoy the images on the deck, I think they're absolutely gorgeous, but again, not a very balanced deck. I will of course be using it. So in a way, I am part of the problem because we continue to popularize these decks, which of course perpetuates the culture. But at the same time, it's not like we've got a lot of alternatives. I look at all the decks out there, and most of them are so, especially the popular ones, they are so feminine, and yeah. So I mean, I have to give props to all the effort that the author and the artist have put into it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't see a single card that I didn't like, and so that is amazing. And this is a true work of art, and I don't want to take away too much from that by talking about the energy, but at the same time, this is a spiritual tool. It is prescribed, in fact, as um, yeah, guidance and insight. So I have to look at that site as well for this to be an honest review. But anyway, let me just shuffle this. It shuffles okay. It's just a bit sharp. I feel them digging into my hand, and on shuffling, the quality difference is very obvious. Um, the sides feel very cardboardy, like a recycled paper rough kind of feeling. Nothing like the smooth edges of Hay House cards. So, card stock wise, definitely still a step lower than Hay House. Uh, Not quite sure how long the gilding is going to last. So I don't know if there was supposed to be gilding and they just forgot, or which would explain the I don't know. It just doesn't feel very finished. Um, but yeah, I will definitely be checking out other people's experiences with it. So, general reading for myself, I'm not very familiar with this, so I'm not quite sure what kind of guidance it can bring. So just general, um, how I'm going to handle next week, with all the uncertainties in my life. So, one thing that I do is I don't do readings for myself. beyond these videos. So it is yeah, I struggle sometimes to find questions to ask because I trust the inner guidance. So I think there's going to be one more in there somewhere. There we go. Huh. Okay. So reading wise, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure everyone's going agrees that this is breathtaking. Look at the colors, look at how everything just so breathtaking. And with that on the side, so beautiful. Oh, alright. I had to take a moment to enjoy just how beautiful it looks. So Dharma. So let me just clarify that I called this a Hindu deck. But the presence of Dharma and then this, Buddha, indicates that it's more cultural deck than a religious deck. So it's culturally Indian, which with the mesh of Buddhist and Hindu imagery. At the same time, when I saw the Buddha statue image, it reminded me a lot of Buddhism when it has already migrated out of India into China. So that statue reminded me of the Chinese statues rather than the Indian Buddha statues, which confused me a bit. But I didn't want to point it out just now, but now that I think about it, I probably should, just to, do a more honest review. So that's Dharma, and that's page 19. There we go. Your highest purpose. Congratulations, you're on the path to fulfilling your highest purpose. You have recently unraveled deeper insight into why you were put here. That is true. And are ready to share your gifts in a bigger way. That is also true. You have realized that the obstacles you have faced were given to you for a reason, and you have provided you with the strength you needed to show up as your highest self. Kind of true. I wouldn't say I'm at my highest self, but the universe is ready for you to rise up into your Dharma role, to uplift the vibration of the entire planet. Continue to listen to the whispers of your soul. Right. And then there's Oja, which... Oh, okay. So the guidebook has two content pages. This is the sequential one where it goes through the 5 suits, and then there's the alphabetical one, which I absolutely appreciate. Because I was having a bit of trouble looking through that sequential one. So Ojas, subtle essence of health and well-being, peaceful and patient. One look is all it takes to see how much Ojas someone has. Oh, right. So it's like your general energy, I guess, of health. Have people been coming to you and telling you how healthy, rested, and happy you look? This is Ojas. Ojas is the subtle essence related to health and well-being with which you are filled. You radiate good health with your glowing skin, peaceful demeanor, and patient essence. Your dietary and lifestyle choices are showing up in your appearance, and your inner state is reflecting in your outer. Continue caring for your sacred vessel and nourishing your body with the foods and practices that make you thrive. Okay. And that's Atman. $25. And I love that they provide the suits beside the name. I think it's the small touches like that that really make a deck So that's page 25. Atman, infinite aspect of the soul. Blessed soul, you have now begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you, and there's so much more to experience. You are filled with limitless potential, and you have realized that the only obstacles that exist are within the mind. Very true. Something I've been telling people a lot, and telling myself, of course, but repeating a lot basically. You have reached a deeper connection to your higher self, the immortal aspect of your existence, the very seed of your soul, Atman. Your meditation has unveiled hidden depths to your true being and allowed you to experience the vastness that exists inside you. You have become aware that you're a microcosm in the greater macrocosm, a reflection of the universe. Now bring this expansiveness into the everyday and watch your life unfold. So, that's not very useful, is it? It doesn't say anything. It says bring your divinity into the world. But what does that mean? In actual, what does that mean? I don't know. Because if it just means bringing spirituality into the world, then that's a generic meaning that most of the spirituality cards would share. So I'm not quite sure how useful exactly that the guidebook is in terms of uh providing an interpretation. I think that it is useful in giving you the base meanings, and you have to intuitively extrapolate that information into your readings, because I don't think we should just simply go entirely with the book. It's not enough. Um, and if we did that, it's just going to confuse the querent, so, and ourselves. So yeah. And then the Dharana. So one thing that would have made it easier to read would be slight differences in the the borders, the border surrounding the title of the card. That would have made it a lot easier, but I guess it would have ruined the aesthetic that they were going for. That's not the card. Okay, Dharana. And that's 73. Oh, right. Aha. Dharana. 8 stages of yoga, single focused concentration. It is time to focus your mind on one goal to undergo the transformation that comes from concentration. Very true. Yeah. The birthing process of an idea takes deep commitment to usher it to life. Through single focused commitment, you will be able to deepen your understanding of your goal and, from its core, bring it to fruition. This is your time to say no to everything that is not related to your Dharma. Practice Dharana and focus on what it is you came to this earth to do. So that does wrap up the reading quite well. So basically, it's a call to kind of realize what it is I'm here to do, and then to build on the strength of my physical body, the physical existence. So it's spirit into physical, and then it's realizing that they are one and the same. Spirit and physical are both energy, and I guess we can call it divine energy if I want to. I'm not really into the whole, yeah, I don't really subscribe that much to new age jargon. And then there's that one, so it's to focus. So now with that awareness, to focus it into bringing my goal to life. So yeah, that is a great reading. And like I said, I had to extrapolate what this card means in the guidebook into the context of the reading, which is of course what we do with every deck, but this one in particular is a bit lacking, I feel. Anyway, um, verdict, absolutely gorgeous deck. I honestly, it is absolutely gorgeous. Um, I'm so impressed. I'm just looking at this spread right now, and it is so gorgeous. So Danielle Noel, honestly, you are so talented in your art. Um, I appreciate your art so much, and I feel like I'm going to have to rely on the guidebook a lot because a lot of these words are literally foreign to me. Um, I think if you are, Asian, especially if you are Indian, uh, a lot of us might appreciate this deck. But honestly, though, if we look at the imagery, they're not particularly Asian. It is the kind of like it still smacks of a Western kind of impression of what Asian spirituality looks like. Obviously, obviously this doesn't look at all Asian. Um, it doesn't look Indian at all. The only thing Indian in this card is the lady. So so yeah, not exactly the most awe-inspiring in terms of bringing out the essence of um the Indian culture or the yoga culture, but it is a great attempt, and I do appreciate the deck. It is very beautiful. I think half of my gripe with it comes from the advertising, because of how they say this is, an ancient deck, a visionary deck. Visionary perhaps, but definitely not ancient. And I think that one word gave me the impression that it was going to be a lot more accurate in terms of depiction and a lot more traditional. But because we have seen some traditional Indian decks out there, and they do look legitly Indian, this is not one of them. That's it. Uh, I do believe that anyone who wants to know more about yoga should get this deck. Because there's so many, there are 54 cards for start, and I love decks that give us so many cards. It is wonderful to be able to hold a properly full deck. I'm not a fan of like 36 cards. Even 44 cards seems a bit to me a bit short. So 54 is perfect. It is almost the size of a tarot deck, and I feel like it brings out um the essence of what you want, the energy. It's perfect for building the kind of energy because this deck has so many suits. Um, yeah. So let me just 44 cards or 45 cards. I've got no problem with those at all. It's the 36 cards that I've got a problem with. 45 is absolutely fine to me. So before anyone thinks I'm being snobbish, so yeah. Card stock wise, not quite Hay House quality, but definitely above average. Um, Art wise, absolutely top notch. Guidebook, perhaps a bit lacking, but good enough. And yeah, that's about it. Um, to anyone who has doubts, I would hold off for a moment, for a while, in case they do come up with uh, a set that doesn't have the collectible box, because honestly, that box is not the most useful. It's not portable. It is literally for collectible purposes, and yet it's white. The beautiful print was not on the box itself, So the box isn't going to last. Let's just be honest. So yeah, if you're not into spending too much on the deck, I might suggest holding off for a while in case they come up with a standalone deck without the box. It's possible, but not perhaps not that probable, but it is possible. Mm, yeah. So yeah, definitely get this deck at some point because it is very different from all the other decks, and I look forward to working more with it. So yeah, this has been Thingy with this has been, my god, I sound like a radio. This is Thingy from the Sanctum of the Soul, and I wish everyone a great day ahead. See you again, and thanks for watching.